Hello, I'm Emily and welcome to Jaded. This is hopefully the start to a new series on here that I will be calling Designer Diaries. This isn't a new thing. I know a bunch of other creators on this app do things similar, but I didn't know really what else to call it because it's not really like a process. It's like it's a bunch of things all over the place. So I'm designing my final collection for my pattern development class, and I thought I would share it with you guys. The collection is called Deep Space, and it is going to have 3 looks. I'm going to show you guys the whole process. These are the sketches that I'm working off of. Things did go a lot differently than what you see here, but that's what we're working off of. I'm going to show you the patterning, mock-ups, fabric shopping, making of the garments, and the final fashion show at the end. I'm going to try to keep this in the fewest amount of videos as possible. I do know that it's going to be in at least 2 parts because this one is at least like a half hour long, and I don't know how long a YouTube video is before it is painfully long. In this part, we're going to be getting into the patterning, mock-ups, and the fabric preparations. And then in the second part, we'll get into cutting and sewing and making the actual garments. I'm going to post them as close together as possible so you guys can watch them back to back. I'm coming to you guys after everything has already happened and it's all already done. I'm coming to you after the show has already happened and everything's over. I already know what happens. You guys get to find out. I'm showing the whole process. This will be Designer Diaries 1. Hopefully many more. Okay, let's get into making it. I'm starting off by patterning the black sheer dress that goes over the green dress in look 1. Stuff goes down with this dress that I will talk about later in the video, actually. But I'm still going to show you the process anyways, even though a lot of changes happened to this. This class, actually the class I had before this, was my first experiences with sewing like this and doing patterning like this. Because I've only ever done thrift flips and kind of more DIY type of sewing, but this was very professional type of sewing. So it was very interesting to learn these skills, but I'm still learning a lot and making a lot of mistakes, which is what happened with this dress. But I will get into more detail about that later. But you guys can just watch me do this patterning. So everything is all patterned now for the first outfit. We have the dress and then the little see-through ruffly dress on top of it. But before we actually go into the fabrics, we are going to make a mock-up of it. I already made a mock-up of the first dress that goes underneath of it, and I left it at school. I don't really have it to show you guys, but I will be making the dress that goes over top of it today. We're just making it in muslin, so it's not anything crazy. And then we will get into the actual thing after that. Just finished the mock-up for the second dress. I didn't film me sewing it because I thought I'd save you guys the time watching me do this twice. Here it is. I usually only do a half mock-up, but because a human has to try this on, I did the whole mock-up. There's some changes I want to make. I want to make this ruffle fuller, so I added some volume onto the pattern, and then same with the collar. Today we're working on patterning outfits 2 and 3 because outfit 1 is done and mocked up, so we're working on 2 and 3, patterning it and then making mock-ups for it. Hopefully we'll get that done today. That sounds good. We'll see what I end up getting done in the time. I'm focusing mostly on the stuff that needs to get done that's due. So that's the patterns and mock-ups. And then the hats, technically I don't get graded on them, but I still want them to be in the final look. So if I have time, I will work on them. We are working on, I believe, the jacket that goes with the pink pair of pants. This was like one of my favorite looks that I ended up designing. It turned out so cute and I loved it. I don't know why the sun keeps like going like that. I don't have a lot to say about the actual patterning process because this actually was the simplest piece out of all of them to pattern. I don't even know what I'm doing with my hair here. All that fluffing just to put headphones on. Are we joking? Okay, so I've been working on this for a few hours. I got the first look is completely done. The second one, I have the little bralette top and the jacket patterned, and now I'm working on the pants. They're the pink pants that have the two different panels that like disattach. That's what I'm working on right now. I have the front done, but I thought I'd show you guys like how it looks before I finish it and like talk about it. Here is the back. It has all these lines on it because I'm going to cut them and spread it and then glue it back down so it makes the pants wider without changing the shape of the actual like the silhouette of the pants, if that makes sense. Here's what it will look like when they're done and fully. This is the front fully split apart, and but see all these little cuts and glue, like cut and tape. It spreads the pants. So now it's a wide leg pant. Because the original sloper is super fitted and it ends at the ankle, you have to make a bunch of changes to make it even just like a comfortably fitted pant. But since I want it to be super wide leg, I have to do all this. I love doing this slash and spread. It makes it look so cool. Side note. Okay, I'm getting a little sidetracked now, but I want to show you guys this fabric. It is hot pink denim. I got it a little while ago and I didn't get to use it, but now I'm using it for this because it's perfect for actually the pants I'm currently patterning. The disattaching pants are going to be hot pink denim, specifically this. And also, I think I'm going to make a hat out of this. I don't know if it's going to be specifically for this outfit, but for one of the three outfits, I think hot pink denim will be the perfect hat fabric. Let's see, what time is it? I want to get as much done today as possible because I think our first outfit is due next week. And then after the first outfit's due, they're just all due. Week after week after week. I think it's like 10 o'clock now, so it's not even that late. I want to get the whole second look patterned tonight. And then tomorrow I have school, so I will be working on it there. I don't really film when I'm in there because I'm supposed to be learning, so filming is kind of awkward with the huge camera. But I will come back and I don't know what I'm going to end up getting done in class tomorrow, but I'm probably going to come home and work on it more. So I don't know why I'm telling you all this. You're going to see it. We have almost the second look fully done. I still need to do mock-ups, but I feel like it's very stupid to show you guys me doing a mock-up because it's literally just doing the same thing you would do, just half of it. So you're just watching me sew it more than once. You're going to watch me sew it one time, for the finished piece. So I don't feel like you guys need to watch me do the mock-up. It seems kind of pointless. I still have many more hours of work left to do, so huzzah, let's do that. I've gotten about as much done as I can get done tonight. It is currently 12:01. It's midnight now. I patterned all of the second look today. I did the bralette top, I did the jacket, and the pants are patterned. I really wanted to get into mock-ups today, but I did not have time. So that will be tomorrow's journey. I also need to start patterning the third look, which will also probably be happening sometime tomorrow or this weekend. Get everything patterned out, mocked up this weekend, hopefully, and then get into the real thing, hopefully. I'm not going to share that much of me doing the mock-ups with you guys because it's just me doing the same thing, just half of it, and on less exciting fabric. So I will just come back with that when the mock-ups are over, and I'll just show them to you guys. Hello. And then I will also do so I will do the mock-up and just come back to you guys when they're done, show them to you, like gives you an idea of what it'll look like, and then we can just get into actually sewing on fabric. Okay, I just got back from fabric shopping, just like now, and I ordered some of my fabrics because I couldn't find them anywhere, but I did find some of my fabrics. One of them, it was very specific. I'm looking for a very light blue acid wash. I could not find this acid wash anywhere of any of the stores, and online it gets very pricey with the acid wash denim. So I talked to the person at the store, and I've decided I'm going to try acid washing my own denim because they only had like really dark denims, and they said if I wanted that specific wash, I could try acid washing it myself. So I decided I'm just going to try it. If I ordered it online, it was iffy if it was going to make it here on time. So I just decided to try it out. And I watched a bunch of videos on it, and it looked like I could possibly do it. It is a bit of a different direction because I was looking for a light blue, and now we're going acid washed. So kind of like the jacket I'm wearing, but maybe a little different, more like tie-dye-y, I guess. That's the word. We're going to try it. So we need to get some bleach and watch a lot of videos and try to acid wash this. I hope this turns out good. I got an extra yard just in case, for testing purposes. But I don't have really extra time if this goes bad to fix or change directions. So hopefully that goes well. Other than that, today I got like linings and things. I still have to get hardware, but we're good on time. So I think that adding acid washing to the agenda will be okay. I think. Okay. It's the next day. I really just woke up. I did some research into what I need to do to acid wash the jeans the way I want them, to get them the like light blue I want. I'm sorry, my brain's not functioning yet. I haven't had coffee yet. So, okay. So, it looks like we first need to pre-wash the jeans to get rid of the factory coating on the jeans because they're like coated in something, I guess. So and pre-shrink them, I think. So we have to put the jeans, wash and dry them first so that they are all ready to be our blank canvas for bleaching. So let's go do that. Also, all my fabrics are starting to come together. But these colors, so cute. They're gonna look so good. Okay, I'm still waiting for the denim to get out of the dryer. It said to wash and dry it, so I'm doing that. I'm gonna show you the ingredients that we need to do this. It's actually pretty easy, and it doesn't look like it's gonna take a long time. The longest step is gonna take is actually washing it after the process. So you need rubber band, or you need rubber band. Okay, let me start over. You need bleach, rubber bands, and a spray bottle, which is over there. I'm gonna do a few different tests with the bleach and rubber bands and things. That I'm gonna do 2 that are just flat 2 that are scrunched, and then I'm going to do, each one is going to get a different ratio of bleach. There's going to be 1 flat and 1 scrunch for each ratio, and I'm going to do a 2-to-1, so 2 water, 1 bleach, and then 1-to-1, so equal mix of bleach and water, to see which one I like better, if I want it to be more bleached or a little softer of a bleach. I think I'm probably going to like the one that's more bleached, but I just want to give myself options, trying all the options. I think they're done. I hope. They might be still wet. I'm wearing this hoodie. I'm still working on it, but because it got ruined, so I beaded the like ruined part. I still have to do like the back, but like if it gets bleach on it, I feel like it's not a big deal because I can just add another spot. It's dry. Wow. It's like a completely different texture now. It's insane how different it feels now that it's washed. Because like when I first took it home, it was so like stiff. It felt like super crunchy. But now that it's washed, it feels like an actual pair of jeans. Like I didn't realize how different it would feel. Maybe I should wash my other denim. Maybe I'll throw it in with somebody else's wash. Oh my god. Now I'm gonna ruin it with bleach. Alrighty, I cut all my denim pieces, and I also got tape and a marker to label which test is which. I hope you guys can see the sun is like insane, but it's actually a pretty nice day out. It's not really windy, so I hope you guys can hear me well. I have to mix the bleach with the water over there, and then I'm gonna do bleach time. Let's do this. I realized after I already started that I definitely didn't have enough bleach for this, but I continued anyways. Back with gloves this time. I am the causer of most of my problems. This technique probably would have worked if I had enough bleach, but since I ran out of bleach and only had enough to do one test, the bleach solution was probably way too diluted and wasn't able to lift the denim enough that I needed it. But doing it the way I ended up doing it in the end was probably the superior way anyway, so not that mad about it. What I was surprised about is that I ended up trying a different kind of bleach that I've used on other things that I've bleached before, the Lysol bleach, and you'll see me do it in a second, and it didn't even lift it at all. Guess I'm gonna let that one sit on while I get more bleach, because either way I'm gonna have to get more bleach to do the whole thing. Let that sit, get more bleach, and then come back. I don't know if this one, it's not looking very promising. I feel like it's not gonna lift. I have done stuff with bleach before and it like almost lifted immediately. It was cotton and the cotton turned almost immediately. The denim's a bit heavier than just like regular cotton fabric, so I guess I have to wait a bit. Okay, so it's been around 15 minutes and I just went out and checked it and it hasn't lifted at all, and it should have lifted some. So I completely forgot that I've done this before, and I didn't actually use regular bleach. I used Lysol bleach, and I didn't have to mix it because it's already like. So I'm actually going to ditch the regular bleach, and I'm out of regular bleach anyways, and I found my Lysol bleach from when I did it the last time, and that worked perfectly. That's why it lifted so quickly last time, because I was using a different kind of bleach. So I'm actually just going to go over top of the bleach. Is that mixing chemicals? 1 second. So I'm actually just going to use a new swatch. Make a new swatch. And I'm going to do the same thing, just with the different kind of bleach. Because I think that one just goes faster and lifts better. So I'm just going to use that one. Completely forgot about it. Look at that. It didn't lift at all. And it should have lifted a little bit of something. Here I am wiping off the thing before I put on the other bleach. I don't know if they will have a reaction outside. I just don't want to risk it. Had to re-rubber band everything up and redo everything. All of this for it not to work. I'm very surprised that this Lysol bleach didn't do anything. It should have did a little bit of something. Not anything is very surprising, especially with how fast it lifted the other fabric. Okay, I'm letting that sit for another 15 minutes. Hopefully that does something. I'm gonna let it sit a little longer if it doesn't. If that doesn't work, I am going to, I think I have another way we can try. You can have it sit in a pot of the bleach and like have it sit longer, soaking in it, and maybe that'll work. I don't know why. Every video I've seen, the bleach, like the denim lifts, and this is denim, so I don't know why it's not lifting. But I've only ever seen people do it on actual jeans. I haven't seen people do it on like the raw denim. I'm getting nervous. Okay guys, I'm starting to get worried, and it wasn't lifting. So it's still not lifting. Like I'm looking at it from my window, it's not lifting. So I did a little bit more research. I had left out on my research that the denim is by the yard and not an actual pair of jeans. And apparently the process is different because when you get a pair of jeans, it's already pre-treated, so you can just grab some bleach and spray it on there and it'll lift. But when it's denim by the yard, you can't just spray some bleach on there and it'll work. So I kind of got that it had the factory stuff on it. So I kind of like strayed from the research and by the yard. So actually you have to soak it and then you have to neutralize the soaking with hydrogen peroxide mixture. So it's actually a little bit more of a process. So I have to go to the store. Okay, I'm back and I now have bleach and hydrogen peroxide to now do bleaching and acid washing. 1:2 ratio of bleach bath, and then you soak it in there for a long time and you let it sit, mix it around and do that. When you're done soaking it for a while, you mix water with hydrogen peroxide to neutralize the bleach so it doesn't keep lightening, and then you wash it regular detergent and water and dry it, and that should work better than it's like stronger than the just letting it spray on because it soaks it and sits in it, which makes sense. So we'll try it that way. Hopefully it works. Take 3.
What I was saying earlier is right, but I think that if my bleach mixture was just stronger, it probably would have worked the first time. It also didn't help that it was kind of cloudy and the sun helps the bleach lighten. You could even see that on the back of the actual pieces of denim. You could see that it started to lighten but didn't lighten fully. But now that we have the actual right ratios and process, it is smooth sailing from here.
I think it's working. It hasn't even been like 10 minutes yet, and I just stirred it, and look. I got my tripod attached to it. You can like see the dye coming off of the denim. It's like turning brown in there. I have hope for this. See it? Ooh, I probably should have used a different spoon. Okay, we tried a few different methods. Out of all of them, the one where it was like rubber band and tie-dyed was the one that turned out the best and was the coolest. That's what we're going to do with the rest of it. So I'm going to use rubber bands and zip ties to tie up the rest of the fabric to get a really cool design on it, and then put it in the bleach.
I ended up getting my dad to help me with the bleach process. He had these big buckets that would measure the actual exact measurement, and it was a lot of dumping and like a lot of chemicals. It took about a half hour for it to get to the lightness I wanted it. I think any longer and it would have turned like white. I probably didn't have to watch it the entire time and it did not need to be stirred, but I just had to. I wanted to. After putting it into the bleach, you have to put it in the hydrogen peroxide to neutralize it so it doesn't keep breaking down the fabric, and then rinse it. But it already looks so cool and it's not even dry yet. I was so excited. It was like every time the fabric unfolded, I discovered a new pattern.
The dark spots are so cool. This is better than I expected, actually. That's sick. Look how great it turned out. It turned out so good. And actually, the denim was really like stiff when I first started. It softened it up and it feels super nice. So I'm excited to work with this. I can't wait to see how the pants turn out with this. So cool. Making a pants and then I'm making a little top. I think if I have enough fabric, I might even make a hat out of this. We'll see. I know, guys. I had to break it up into 2 parts. You can let me know if you think that this video was too short and we should combine the 2 parts, or if it was better to do it in the 2 parts. I'm going to post them as close together as I can get them to finish editing. In the next part, I will be showing you all the cutting, sewing, and the final fashion show at the end of all the pieces together. The next part might be longer than this one. It's just because I'm going to try and squeeze them all together into 2 parts. I think altogether it would have been like over like an hour, maybe like closer to 2 hours long, and I could not make anyone sit through that long of a video. So thank you all for watching. Come back for part 2 for the rest of the process and to see all the finished pieces. And you guys can see all of like the behind the scenes and things that I didn't show here on my TikTok and Instagram, and all my other socials will be linked down below. I will also be linking what videos I used for the acid washing, and any materials I used will be linked below also, so you guys can check that out. Thank you all for watching. Bye!